When a team gets used to winning games and, things of that nature multiple times in a row, and then they lose, you know, kind of like the Eagles versus Kansas City, right? Yeah, exactly. Kind of like when, I don't know, a particular group of people are used to being represented on mainstream media, and then another particular group of people, I don't know, happens to dominate the impact and cultural influence of the nation, and they happen to, be represented for a particular year, 2025. Okay, shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Okay, and a certain segment of a group of people that are used to being represented will not quite understand, may have a temper tantrum, and may be exactly the group of people that Kendrick Lamar may be speaking to, you know what I mean? Or at least a facet of the people that he may be referring to, right? Exactly. So now that we can stop playing on everyone's top, okay? Everyone, well, not everyone, well, the general population is starting to, increase their awareness. Thus and such, okay, that means stop playing on our tops, okay? One percenters, okay? And the people that are represented by the one percenters on social media and wide media and general media overall, okay? That means you now must share. And we know you don't like doing that. I mean, look how long it took for a certain population of people to be considered more than 2/3 of a person, right? Exactly, because you didn't want to share what being a person even means. How dare you? Ugh, that hypocrisy. Or it's like when a particular family member always has the remote control, and for a period of time you now have the remote control, so they have a big attitude because they're not used to watching what it is that you want to watch, something like that. So right now, okay, our Caucasian brothers and sisters that happen to have a temper tantrum, that do not appreciate the deeper meaning of some fine art, okay, sit your ass down while we watch this fine art, you know what I'm saying? Because some of us enjoy it, and then on the next season or the next episode or whatever you want to relate it to, then you'll have your turn to watch your general predictable country and Coldplay, which I Coldplay is actually okay. Okay, a lot of the extremers, such as extremely not liking a particular demographic of music, of people that may be deeply melanated, and then those that are deeply melanated that may not like a particular type of music that is closely associated with people that are lacking melanin. So therefore, thus and such, it's good to have an open mind, so those extreme people tend not to have the most open mind of them all, right? So either extreme is kind of horrible, but that's why it's good to have a balance. And those of us that have a balance and or are open-minded, are in a better position most times, you know what I mean, especially to receive messages. Okay, so that's how you can tell people that are like really stupid or whatever, and not just to put it in layman's terms, just to put it simply, just to simplify the message that I'm trying to convey. Okay. Now, when we're speaking of the sound quality and me, in production, of course, okay, shout out to the Yoga Goddess Chaotic. Okay, shout out to Chaotic Beats. Okay. Shout out to K9, the feline. Okay, I'm K9. Okay, period. Yeah. So while doing production, of course, I noticed, okay, when you're trying to maybe have a better playback, you may do something called noise suppression. You know what I mean? Noise suppression or noise reduction. So therefore, on the current play or while it's presently playing, as far as on the TV, it may not come across as it may on the playback, which is the purpose of the noise suppression or what have you. So that's one of the theories that came to my mind when I first was watching it on the TV version. And then when I played it back, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that's when I was like, okay, that was one explanation. So I'm not like an expert in production, but I am, I've been doing it for about 2-3 years now. So yeah, that's the first thing that came to mind. And of course I have a technology background for over 10 years now. So yeah, I put those two things together. Okay, transferable knowledge is a thing. Okay, period. All right, period. That's what I specialize in, and solutions. I specialize in transferable knowledge and solutions and a whole host of other things. But anyways, I digress. Okay. Further, when I was recording it, I was recording it from my TV, so the noise quality of my recording of it was not the best. Further, there was just a talkie, the people that were doing the little halftime show that I missed, or I didn't film, or it didn't capture the first the game being, I guess pushed on, the controller being pushed on. Okay, press play. Okay, so then this is why you have to go and watch everything back, you know what I mean, so you can get everything you might have missed on the live play, you know what I mean. So yeah, okay. So then you see Samuel L. Jackson. Okay, he's Uncle Sam. Okay, period. Okay, it just makes sense. I mean, it just chef's kiss. It just makes sense. Okay, and also he's closely associated with Spike Lee, who owns with, I believe, with Monty Ross in 1979. Okay, is when the production company was founded, and I believe most, if not all, of Spike Lee's movies has been, produced and created under 40 Acres and a Mule production. "40 Acres and a Mule" Filmworks. Okay, period. Further, I'm just going to speak on, the key points that I noticed, because all the other, more experienced reviewers or quote unquote breaker downers of, videos and symbolism and things of that nature, which I can do, but I believe I'm more of a generalist. I'm more of a bigger picture, I'm the bigger picture to tie everything together type of person. So I will dabble in getting into the nitty gritty and, the intricacies when I feel need be. But anyways, I'm just going to point out what I specifically noticed that, some others may have not noticed from, a particular vantage point or what have you. Okay. Yeah, all of that. So you have Kendrick Lamar, starting off on the GNX. So you have Kendrick Lamar starting off on the GNX, right? And then he's the GNX doors open and the dancers come out. That's kind of like, in my eyes or what have you, a perspective is like, okay, he's letting people out. He's freeing people. He's freeing people's minds. He's about to, enlighten your mind. You know what I'm saying? He's about to, expand your mind a little bit, So that's also what it symbolized to me. I don't know. That was just came to mind. It came to my mind. Also, I noticed how, of course, he carries his relaxed demeanor, his chilled vibes, as well as just who the fuck he is, right? Who he authentically is, which is, of course, a pillar of my company, the Dash Goddess Universe, and of me, the Yoga Goddess Chaotic. Okay, Chaotic Beast. Okay, the K9, the feline. Period. Be yourself. Be in your body. Be conscious and aware, no matter what platform you are. And when you're doing that, you're always going to convey authenticity. So I immediately always notice that with Kendrick and with anyone who can stand in themselves, you know what I mean. And only a few people understand what that truly means, you know what I mean, period. However, it's still like the Super Bowl, so I can only imagine it can be like a lot. It's overwhelming, a lot to take in, but at the end of the day, he's the man to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like he's like, he probably was like, damn, I guess I'm the man to do it, and he stepped up to the motherfucking plate, and we couldn't ask for any other, you know what I'm saying, nothing better, okay, period. And some people are just meant for what they're meant for. Like, some people just have to step into their destiny, okay, is a way to look at it. It's just a way to look at it. Further, it shows I am, you know, he's setting a new standard. Like, you know, we're gonna do this, let's do this, let's, you know, keep it authentic. And I'm saying, at least I'm gonna be authentic. If, you know, if I was Kendrick, at least I'm gonna be authentic. Y'all can do what y'all want to do type shit, you know what I'm saying, because that's what the type of shit I would be on. Okay, if we're gonna really dismantle this shit, let's dismantle it and be our motherfucking selves, so that we don't have to dismantle this shit again, at least not anytime soon, okay? And basically, again, the extremists, the left and the right extremists, the ones that are also narrow-minded and not open-minded, are the worst. And those are likely the people that didn't even have an open enough mind to consider, or to at least, you know, it. Anyways, I digress. And also, when I first watch something, it's like for the pure entertainment. Of course, I'm going to go back, review it, and, you know, put more thought into it. Of course, you're going to catch a lot of the symbolism at first glance, but you just want to enjoy the moment. You know, you just want to take it in. Like, you just want to just appreciate the art. You know what I'm saying? And interpret it later deeply. You know what I mean? But still appreciate it. You know, what he's conveying, what the message is. You know, so yeah, that. Yeah, that. Okay. So a lot of people, while watching it, because it is Kendrick, you know what I'm saying, and you know his stuff is filled with a lot of good, deep meanings, you know, because it's Kendrick, you just want to appreciate it, because, you know, he puts a lot of thought into his creativity, into his art, you know what I'm saying, and that has been fleeting in these recent years. That has not been the norm in these recent years that we have seen, or that has been able to be propelled into the public eye as much as we would like, because, you know, that was going against what was making the money. Authenticity goes against what was making the money. Remember this now, okay? That's why it takes people like me, and it took for, you know, a lot of it just takes for a lot of certain things to happen before people appreciate, you know, the authenticity of the art, of the creativity of the artiste, you know what I mean, and what they're trying to convey, okay, and the message, okay, yeah. And like, when your time is split, when you have a lot of things going on in your life, when, you know, government, because of all its different facets and different demands on your time, you know, a lot of times you're not going to really be able to put everything together all the time. You know, you're going to miss certain things. Like, when I was in school or in college and working and doing all these things all at one time, you're not gonna really put together, you know, who's the most authentic, who's the most genuine. But that's where you have to go with your intuition and what you are being drawn to at the time, more likely. And thankfully for me, it was the Kendrick, it was the J. Cole, you know what I'm saying, the, you know, just those good artists as well, not just the degenerate ones. Okay, because I listen to a wide range of things, because, you know, you have to keep your palate sharp, is what I like to say. Okay, I like to say, keep your palate sharp. Okay, keep your palate sharp. Yeah. Basically, keep yourself well-rounded, keep yourself tapped in, keep yourself aware, keep yourself abreast of, you know, things going on, new things, old things, everything. You know what I mean? That's what I stand for, everything. Don't be too, you know, it's okay to learn different areas, different arenas of things, you know what I'm saying, and make sure that you make it your own. Okay, don't straight copy somebody. Okay, that's why copyrights exist, but we'll talk about that in depth at another time. Okay. Yeah. So basically, Kendrick was like, I'm gonna just be my motherfucking self on this motherfucking stage. I'm gonna do me. Okay, which is I'm all about that, which is, I'm gonna do me, I'm gonna be me, regardless of what platform. And I think that's one of the most authentic things you can do and be, right? And like, I'm not shucking and jiving for nobody. I ain't shucking or jiving for nobody. I'ma do me, and you're gonna respect me as I do me. Period. There's different types of, I guess, Super Bowls we're gonna have now as far as Super Bowl performances. There's rock and roll. There's R&B. There's hip hop. And you know what? There's they can be jazz. They can be classical. They can be whatever genre. Whatever is gonna be the category of, I guess, it's gonna be the whatever taste of halftime show, whatever taste of halftime show, right? So it just is what it is, and everybody doesn't like the rock and roll one. Everybody doesn't like the country one. So you have to give the same leeway for every other genre. Like every other genre, everyone's not gonna like every genre that is playing that particular year. Okay, and we move past it. We move past it, right? So don't be like a whiny baby because your particular favorite channel or your favorite doll or whatever. I'm using, metaphors or whatever. I'm using analogies. Anyways, whatever. So don't be a whiny baby just because your favorite thing or character is not being played at that moment, is not on the screen at that moment. Don't worry, it'll surely get back to your favorite character as it always does. Okay, so for this moment where it's not your favorite character, just hush up a little and see what this different character is maybe trying to share with you. Maybe, convey a different message that may have you thinking in a better way. Who knows? That may, spark something that may give you a boost of creativity. And isn't that what we always want, right? But if you limit that, then you're going to shut yourself from maybe, who knows, improving, developing further, right? And keeping up with the trends of society, of the global nation. Okay, so how about that? Further, America was built on the backs of melanated folks, period. So if you can't take a fucking second to listen to what these people, these originators have to say, the message that this is time to unite everybody, and if you can't get jiggy with that message while respecting the originators, okay, that helped build this nation, because your people was too motherfucking lazy, okay, and wasn't about to do all that work. So who's the real welfare queens and kings? Okay, getting free labor, that's welfare, boo. Period. The funny thing about it is the real decent descendants of the people that the funny thing is the real decent Caucasian people are the ones that understand the message, get jiggy with the message, and want to continue to improve upon the message and spread the message so that everyone eventually is treated truly equally. You know what I'm saying? Period. So if you are a Caucasian person that is against this message, or even being open to what someone else, just a different person, is trying to share with you, that means you don't respect other people. You don't respect human beings that are different from you, and that is a problem. And maybe you need to get some help, because at this point we're not coddling your childish ass. Okay, the world is now increasing their intuition, their awareness, and their want to actually improve upon who they are. So if you can't get jiggy with that, remain who you are. That's up to you. But don't be surprised when you get backlash, punishment, and not any support that's going to feed whatever business or organization that you're trying to develop. Okay, so free speech is free, but the consequences is up to the people. Understand that. What else? Let me think. I'm literally just spitting this as it's coming out, and I'm trying to pause so that I'm like not stumbling over my words. Okay. Speaking of stumbling over my words, hilarious. Speaking of stumbling over my words, okay, there are some people complaining, oh, they couldn't really hear Kendrick Lamar, they could have put captions. Okay, true, understood, get that, okay, and that can go for a number of things, but a lot of people understood him just fine. You know what I'm saying? Especially the people that, listen to him frequently. You know what I'm saying? Further, if you want to actually hear the person, I think you can actually put captions on your screen, but that's neither here nor there. Further, okay, just further, there are some people that are complaining about Kendrick Lamar's, speech or his slang or what have you, that are have the audacity, okay, to speak on, African American colloquialism, African American vernacular, okay, when they talking in speak like sound like this, and we're supposed to decode that shit. They talking in speak like sound like this, and we understand that that's a language dialect. It's a fucking dialect, okay? So that's why we can switch in and out of it, okay? And speak very proper like this, so that we can, so that we're able to organize, so that we're able to associate with you all in a nice, pristine manner up front, and then when we go home, we let down our hair, like a lot of you all tend to do when you want to use that N-word that you're not supposed to use, and you think that we don't know that y'all do. We do. We know you do. And again, it's a decent one of the bunch that doesn't even feel the desire to even want to say that word. Okay? Understood? But yeah, it'll be the ones that sound and talk like this, and we gotta decode what they trying to say and what not like that. They sound like this. That's talking about how Kendrick Lamar speaks and his slang. When they talking and speaking like this, whatever, shut the fuck up. When we have to decode your dumbass shit, like someone like this, you know what I'm saying? Or it can be the Boston accent or whatever accents. Okay, so just. Everyone has an accent to somebody. So remember that when you're trying to insult, okay? And if we have to decode your shit, just understand that exactly what you're doing, what you have to do is what we've been having to do as black people. Okay, so when you're bringing out your country and your rock and your metallic rock or whatever you want to call it, okay, we've had to endure this. Alright, so for once in your lives, oh my gosh, oh wow, you're enduring something a little different. And it's not even enduring, because guess what, it was fucking enjoyable. So you guys are being fucking dramatic. And you see how us melanated folks, we're not dramatic when y'all have these repeated mediocre, below mediocre, in fact, guests, on the halftime shows on many different platforms, not just halftime shows, but on several different media platforms, several different types of artists that you all have that we don't complain about. We just, okay, that's their thing, that's their zhuzh, that's their little shtick, whatever. We like, all right, we don't, oh my god, that's the worst thing in my, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, you're so fucking dramatic. Oh my gosh, we've had to endure so much worse. Can you shut the fuck up, please? We do not give a fuck, please. Okay, next, because we're not even looking at your ass. How about maybe if you guys had more impact culturally and actually influence, instead of always looking towards us. But guess what, you can never take that shit from us anyways, even if you tried, unless you, guess what, do what your ancestors did to gain the power. That's the only thing you can do. And guess what, you can't do that now. Okay, you can try. I'm sure you will try, as you've been trying all these years anyways, right? Anyways, I digress. Back to the performance. So you see the red, white, and blue. Again, the red, the white, the blue, several different symbolic meanings. Oh my gosh. But one, again, with the white, of course, for me, it symbolized so many different things, but like it can symbolize, Caucasian America. It can symbolize, okay, like just that. It depending on which aspect of the performance we're talking about. So it's several different layers, right? Bloods, Crips, Democrat, Republican, male, female. Blood, as for the red, women, period. Red for the woman, period. The blood, the menstruation, the cycles, of course, all those things. Of course, all those things, all those general things. But anyways, I also, a part that stuck out to me also was when he had the Council of Women. You notice how every time everything was aggressive, it was masculine, it was very harsh, yeah. So he didn't go and consort with the men. He didn't go seek counsel from other men, because guess what? Men lie to each other. Another man would only fuel up his energy as far as in that masculine route, in that masculine direction, right? So there needed to be a different direction, literally. A different direction, a different perspective, a different way to look at it, a different aspect, the feminine aspect, and walk scissor, period. Okay, and then you have the S curl. You see, what I'm saying, the snake winding, that whatever it means to you. You know what I'm saying? But I got ahead of myself. So back to the Council of Women, where he seeks the counsel of the women and not the men. Also, the fact that he asks permission before introducing the entire feminine aspect, I think was very gentlemanly of him. I think it respected the feminine aspect, because you don't just start throwing in, women. You have to ease a woman into it. You know what I'm saying? You have to ask for her permission. And I think that's what a lot of people also missed. So, he asked the women, he said, hey, women. And that Kendrick is, he's the youngest unk, okay? He was like a dad saying, look, should I give it to them right now? You know what I'm saying? Do they deserve it right now? Should I give them the song right now or later? You know what I'm saying? Now or laters. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to now and laters. So again, that was another aspect of the performance that was like, Kendrick is a solid motherfucker. Okay, solid motherfucker. He's like, you know what I'm saying? Should I school him real quick? You know what I'm saying? Should I give it? Yeah. Yes. Oh, and back to the light post, and of course, that's a reoccurring imagery that we're seeing with Kendrick, the light pole and everything like that. And but when it was a doo-wop session, of course, I love that. I'm doo-wah, doo-wah, ooh-wah, 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 ooh-wah. Why do fools fall in love? I'm a doo-wop girl. Okay. Don't play with it. But so I definitely appreciated that, and just having a different variation of songs. Just, I love that play. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Dave Free, because I know he was like basically controlling probably the production, the direction, everything. I love it. So yeah, shout out to PG Lang. Okay. But yeah, that could also symbolize, his gone homies and things of that nature, and them rooting for him, you know what I'm saying, in the afterlife or what have you. It could be that as well. And and of course it's several different meanings. So of course it's, on the street lights, that's where everything starts with, when you're getting, when people of similar cultures are getting together, especially way back in the day when maybe that was one of the only places for people to collaborate, get together, things of that nature, under the streetlights, share their stories and, things of that nature, because maybe they had other things going on wherever they may have been, or at home, or what have you, so this was probably the best way, especially at that time where there are several different family members bunched up in one home, and so anyways, to congregate or what have you. That was where a lot of the times it would take place, especially between the younger males, I believe. So again, this is just my off top of everything so far. I mean, of course, is the say Drake. Okay, say Drake. I did that motherfucking shit. What now? regardless of what you think about a person, keep in mind that's what you think about them. What they think about themselves is what the fuck matters, and their contributions to the world is what matters. Their authenticity is what matters. Okay, say Drake. Okay, so regardless of if you think you all of this and all of that, regardless of if you think someone is beneath you or not, treat them with respect. Period. Okay. Oh yes. I guess another interpretation, at least my interpretation, one of my interpretations of right time, wrong guy. Okay, right time, wrong guy. Okay. Is what they were probably expecting was someone like a Drake to perform. That's what the system would have wanted. That's what the program was. That's what the game was going to be. But every time in the great game or in the great work, when the the definition of that great work is dependent on which side you're speaking from. So the great work, the great game, the negative side always get intercepted by the positive side, is how I look at it, is how I guess I'm explaining it. Yeah, so the negative I guess great game again always gets interrupted by the positive, because the negative initially interrupted the general neutral game, period. So the positive has to always come and like double up, because you shouldn't have interrupted it in the first place, negative side. And then furthermore, we're going to balance it out and at least skew it to the positive side, because that's when we have the best production, where there's no the correct term is the diminishing returns, which basically is the concept that as you invest more in something, the rate of benefit or the return you get from that investment will eventually start to decrease, meaning you get less benefit per additional unit invested rather than increasing the benefit continuously. Essentially, the benefit is diminishing. Okay, but and quite frankly, that's like a lot of artists, as far as when their label and things like that, when they invest in them, it's already diminishing, because a lot of times the peak is when they sign these artists, right? So everything else is diminishing after that and causing everything else to be forced, and then you're putting stress and pressure on the artist and the system that supports that artist, right? So then you're having to place fake news. You're having to fake news and draw up a lot of momentum, when maybe we should take another look at how we approach these contracts and the long-term strategies. And maybe should it be such a long-term strategy? Should it just be an equity venture? You know what I'm saying? So why not look at that instead of tying artists to these SLAVE type of deals and contracts, so that that shows respect for one another, when you don't tie artists into these SLAVE deals, these PDF-atory contracts. You know what I'm saying? And any artist that has been bound to any of these PDF-atory contracts should definitely have a case of that alone should allow it. Being a PDF-atory contract alone should allow the artist to be able to get out of that contract, period, and or not be bound to the terms of the contract. Basically invalidate the contract or make it void. Once you do that, you free up a lot of financial burden for these artists, and thus and such they don't feel that they have to do certain other reckless things that may also not contribute to the best for society. So this is for the overall well-being of artists and creatives and business in general. But of course, when people aren't able to keep fattening up their pockets like they're used to, it scares them. They don't want to do it, which is why, again, we need to be able to rotate these ancient people out of the industry quickly. However, people feel the need to be guzzling their nuts for eternity instead of saying, okay, you done did your thing, okay, peace out, thank you for what you've done, hopefully you've made some smart investments. That's what's missing. They're not making the smart investments and thinking, okay, next phase. They're thinking, I'm going to keep sucking the talent dry, and we've had enough of that. That's not happening, not with my generation going forward. Okay, period. Okay, Kendrick said it, so leave us alone. Kendrick is our man. Okay, Kendrick, leave us alone. We have Kendrick and everyone that's backing us up. So yeah, respect the artists. Equity deals, equity ventures, period. Transparent deals. That's what my management group, my production company, okay, D-Goddess Universe Edutainment Management Group, okay, we give you strategies, we show you how to do what you need to do, okay, and that's about it. If you want to give us up to 5%, we will take it, period, okay, so that you can own your own shit. But anyways, also Lighthouse Entertainment, okay, Park Productions, anyways. Hell yeah, go check it out. Okay, Chaotic Beats is our artist, me, okay. And of course I do the designs and everything, the costumes, the scripts, the writing, okay, everything. I'm everything. I'm every woman. It's all in me. SZA, beautiful feminine aspect. Then you have Serena Crip walking on that ass. Yes, girl, she looked beautiful, amazing. Loved the tennis skirt, loved the color on her, and I love the fact that her and that she and SZA they had the opposing colors. Love that. What else? So overall, it's clearly has several layered messages. I'm glad that he was able to present these messages in front of the Trump, in front of Trump, the president that attended Super Bowl, this 59th Super Bowl. Okay, so he was able to deliver that message. Okay, he was able to stand up first right in front of the head honcho's face. Okay, right in front of for the president's face. Okay, period. Alright, yeah. Okay, you go standing up first, right in your motherfucking face, son. Right in your motherfucking face, son. You the son, okay? You caucasoids. You hateful caucasoids, and you misogynistic melanated males, motherfuckers, and male identifiers. And you motherfucking pick-me's. All y'all can get it. Basically, free yourself from the game of, what I'm saying, what I'm all about. Everything is interrelated, the game of life. Go check out, what I'm saying, my stuff, okay, on my YouTube and my Patreon and all my other platforms. Honestly, every platform. I'm on almost all platforms. But anyways, yeah, so the game of life, there's a specific general game of life, and then women, we have our own specific game of life. Okay, that's why when you have male, what do you call it, I had a lot of you have male mentors, and I had male mentors when I was coming up in like corporate America and stuff like that, but they can only help you up to a certain extent. After a while, their advice, it taps out, and you really need to maybe, invest in some books, listen to some women that are where you want to be, what I mean? So for women, it's a different game of life. After a while, hell, from the very beginning, but definitely after a while. And for men, it's just a general game of life. They just have to succeed in that general game of life. So women, is twofold, and for black women, it's the triple, quadruple fold. Okay. You know what I mean? Okay, for real. I mean, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. And the people that live in the perfect mind, as far as in this system, that are not of this system, they definitely need to go and become more self-aware. But hey, if you like it, I love it. Okay. But yep, those were my general first impression after my actual first reaction. I was just wanting to, me, the first time I'm viewing something, I just want to view it to be, I just want to fan out. Okay, I just want to fan out. I just want to be a girly girl. I just want to fan out. I just want to be like, oh my god, yes, 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 oh my god, yes. Of course, I'm peeping out all the different symbolic, messages, potential messages and things of that nature. But at the same time, I just want to fan out. Okay, left me alone. Okay, left me alone. I just want to fan out. Okay, I just want to fangirl out. Okay, I just want to fan out. And absolutely, because I don't mind supporting my peers at all, especially when they're delivering bomb ass beneficial messages, period. And they're very creative, okay, period. And they're doing it within their body. They're not trying to be all shucking and jiving. Hell no. The fuck? Hell no. If you don't expect Coldplay to be shucking and jiving, don't expect motherfucking Kendrick, K.Lamar. Okay, don't expect K.Lamar to shuck and jive if you don't expect your country motherfuckers to be shucking and jiving. Okay? But you know what? It benefits them because it works within the system. We trying to say, fuck your system, ho. Fuck your system, ho. So if I'm trying to say, fuck your system, ho, why the fuck would I be shucking and jiving? The fuck? Bitch. So now, when you stop expecting melanated people to shuck and jive for you, you start living in reality. Okay, Caucasoids, when you stop expecting melanated people to shuck and jive for you, and you start expecting them to act just like you would, and start expecting them to act just like your cousin and your mama would too, then you starting to get a little bit closer to reality. Okay, good for you. Clap, clap, snap, snaps for you, because you clearly need it. You need all the validation from us melanated people. Clearly you do. And this is for the Caucasoids that are not aware, and that are not, these are for this my message is for the racist Caucasoids. Okay, that's it. Okay, yeah. Anyways, that's just my general first thoughts that are just rushing to my mind, that I was like, okay, let me just speak on these things real quick. I'm sure other people, like I said before, are talking about the other general aspects of everything, the flag and unison, blah 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 blah, which is all great and also beneficial. I will be looking at those reviews. I enjoy, me, I be everywhere. Okay, I'm omnipresent. Okay, but also I be freestyling and coordinating business, so sometimes I don't get to catch everything. So if you support me, make sure you type in the comments anything that you think that I may have missed or that I should see, and yeah, feel free to comment or add the link to where I should look at whatever you want me to look at. Okay, anyways, it's your girl, the Yoruba Goddess, Chaotic, and I'm out. Okay.